Hi, good morning, guys. No, Adam, you did not miss the morning commentary. I'm getting going for the day here. So, good morning, Adam. Good morning, Brian, Omer. Good morning, everybody. We are a few minutes away from the cash market open, and let's get this party started. Good morning. Good morning. All right. So the market has shifted. Let's take a look at the daily first, and then go from there. Big picture stuff. We are in the channel on the downside. However, we are in an inside day. I mean, if we can zoom in a little bit here, we see that the high and the low is within the high and the low of the prior session, and that just basically a lot of it is just consolidation patterns that we're seeing right now. There was an extension of the buy pressure that we experienced from Friday into Sunday, so we saw a little bit of that, and it's a lot clearer when you look at the 200 NT Rinko. But ultimately, we are in this very tight range in a channel that is looking downward, and the market has a lot of work to do in order to start, moving higher in a meaningful way. And in order to do that, we have to break that channel lower, and that has to be somewhere around that 12,590. So we got a distance to cover. So markets like this are a two-sided market where we have to be ready for pockets of sell pressure that looks convincing, and also buy interest that looks convincing. Okay, we will outweigh our shorts more than our longs just due to the environment and the channel that we are in. Targets on a long-term swing trade basis are target number two is 11,532. Target number three is 263 and a half. I mean, and then things can get a little bit interesting on an outlier basis. I mean, I don't know if we'll ever see this target number four and five, but 64.56 and 39.18. I can't imagine the market getting there, but that's just what the targeting on a swing trade basis. All right, so now if we're looking at the 200 NT Rinko, it's actually very important for us. The market is selling off right here, and 2020. Let me see that. Yeah. So we're seeing the market come in here. A target is 70 in this rotation, and the 200 NT Rinko shifted negative here, it retested, and now is pushing toward Globex. Globex is 866, and we should see that. If this holds up the way it is holding up this morning. So 70, 66 are targets right now, and 100 NT Rinko is short. So you got the 200 and the 100 are short right now, and we're looking for rallies as a shorting opportunity against a couple of levels. And actually, this is important because the market went all the way up to a potential reversal of the 100 NT Rinko at 29 and a half and reverse. It's almost to the tick and came in pretty hard with this rotation lower. So the first 15, 20 minutes of the market action, we are going to be patient. We are going to just watch the market and learn the personality of the day, then start acting. Prior to the market open, I had a trade on Sunday and also a trade on just this morning right here. Here we go. And cash market is open. Since we are going to be patient, let me see here. Here we go. Yeah, oh boy, look at that. Boom, and sell off. That's nice. 75 is hit, and we're coming up to that 66 Globex level. But I got short one contract here on a continuation trade, and boom, short is active right now, and we're breaking below Globex, which is an important level right now. And there's a continuation pattern happening in the 200 NT Renko. So the sellers are coming in and coming in strong. And there is another trade that I took. It was a long trade, but let's just see it right here. took one contract here, one contract here, and we sold it here toward the opening, man. And the market actually took off after that. But that was just around noon, I mean, 12 o'clock last night. So those two decisions, let's see here. Trade 20, here we go. 23, 22, okay. Yeah, this market is happening here. All right, so those are the two decisions. One happened Sunday, and that's the one I showed you made. I thought I made a little bit more than that. Oh yeah, yeah, okay, yeah. So we made 797 on the first one, and the second was 216 just now, or earlier on before the open. So those are. This is how I'm starting. I'm starting my morning basically, and let's just keep going. 200 and 100 are in sync, and we are looking for shorts or rallies as a shorting opportunity. Okay, well, good to see you back and steady, Omer. So they did it again here. Look how they did it. They came almost within a tick or so of closing the 100 NT Rinko, and they sold it off in a very so that's twice that they've done this. Yanis, good morning. Noli, good morning. Brian, good morning. And we're playing around with Globex. So we want to see a separation away from Globex eventually. But there was that one rotation that was a continuation trade at the open from this reversal on the 200 NT Rinko. They're walking the price lower at the open right here. Ultimately, a reversal of the 200 NT Rinko will have to take you to 940, and a continuation can take us all the way to retest the 1800 11,800. Yeah, sellers are active here. Dominance is on the short side. All right. So the market is out of sync, and we're looking for the price to resume itself at 54 before we start getting back into the idea of being short. And it's fairly uh, consolidated market. I mean, you see how we're spending a little bit of time just oscillating in and out around Globex. So that's not a market that I want to be actively trading, especially on a Monday and in and around Globex. So patience here. is important. Yeah, good morning, Randolph. Good morning, good morning. Oh, wow, look at that switch trade. All right, so 54 is here, and they put on that nice little switch trade. That's fine. So rallies back up are shortable. They put a captain setup short right here. ES is continuing its short momentum. Okay. Yeah, back and forth around Globex. So what the market is doing right now is we had one channel upward that the market tested, and we broke it. So ultimately, the market has to set up a reversal pattern on the 200 NT Rinko either here or a little bit lower around that 11,767. If we see any price action below that, that's really going to be very detrimental to the overall structure of the day. Right now, we're out of sync between the 200 and the 100, and just patiently waiting. We want to spend as much time this morning learning the personality, making assumptions about what the price should be doing, and then see how we are connecting with it. Here comes the shorts also on ES. They came and retested the 24 level, which is the middle of the range, against this captain setup. Failure that they put right here. Okay, so, and we got back in sync on the 100 and the 200, and let's see. It looks like we're gonna hit the 12, the 800. Huh. So if we close at 865, let me put some of these trend lines for you guys. Horizontal A65. Yeah, we're about to get there in a hurry. That's the captain set up long on the 100 NT Rinko. Wow. Let's see if we can get some confirmation, which is a close above 80, which we're probably gonna get that in 2 seconds here. There you go. So the buyers are stepping in. That's an important formation right here for the longs. They put a captain setup, so that's going to be a line in the sand for for a good chunk of the morning right here. As long as we continue to trade above 817, you're going to get this type of pattern. Look how quickly they're pulling it up. Now, what we're going to do here, okay, 913, we're about to get there too. Look at that. Wow. Okay, so the 200 and the 100 are in sync. And I'm going to look for a pullback. Order pending. 88, 60. Order pending. I'm just going to be doing one contract here. Oh, come on. Mm, yeah, I missed it. I missed it by a few ticks on that one. Yeah, I'm not sure. I'm gonna go to 80 if it's gonna pull back here. Yeah, they're holding up that line, and the next target for the longs on this one is gonna be 20. Okay, so it's gonna be 45. Yeah, it's gonna be 45. Wow. Okay, cancel. Order. Cancel. Order cancel. I'm not chasing. It's gonna run. It's gonna run. That's fine. 45, 45. Yeah, good job, Adam. I mean, that's just it's just the minute the market got in sync on the 200. Plus, you got that captain setup. Like right when that captain setup happened on the 65, it's just a good spot. Yeah, that's just a classic captain setup on the 100 NT wrinkle. It's just when it happens, it's a powerful thing. I wanted to get here at that. I had it at 80 something, and it would not get down. I was like, I think it's just I missed it by a point or so. That's fine. Let's just get busy here. Hmm. Okay, that's choppy. They're gonna sell it off here a little bit. They're gonna sell it off into the 900. I mean, they're putting a captain setup short, then along that fails. So we'll see. I mean, if it doesn't, that tells me that the market is very strong here. That's strong. That is strong. That is strong right here. Yeah, you would have expected a bit of a selling pressure out of that formation. So we're 15 minutes, 16 minutes into the cash market open. The target here from 17, we want to see 20. That's another, 45. Yeah, you got to get to the 45.50 on a continuation of this. I mean, yeah, here we go. That's another one. That's a long. There you go. Boom. 45.50. Okay, so here it comes. 45.50. So that's a continuation of that long pressure and a reversal in the middle of the range, right? So what's the expectation is a potential run up to 12,000 as long as we continue to trade above Globex. Target number 3 is hit on that sequence. Good morning, Sheila. How are you? So ES, excuse me. I mean, you're getting these rotations higher. You got a new transitional zone, two, three transitional zones. Right now, we're looking at a potential fourth one. Target number 4 is 39.60 and 5 is 39.74. Um, Prices need to hold on to the 33 in order for that to happen. Energy, energy. Interesting. 29. The longs need to protect the 29. All right. So as far as the news cycle, I don't see anything right now. I mean, there's yeah. Here we go. So as far as the news cycle on Forex Factory, we don't see any any important news for the U.S. And right now, we're seeing a disconnect between the 200 and the 100, and that puts us on a waiting mode. The market would need to come to 66, 966 for us to get engaged on the long side. And right now, we're seeing a bit of pressure coming through here. So we're going to be waiting on the market to get back in harmony. Hey, good morning, Gary. All right, the 200 and the 100 now are in sync on the short side, and there's a probability that we will hit back Globex. So far, the market told us that they are struggling and they are oscillating in and around Globex. So you're getting pockets of longs ran over by the shorts and pockets of longs, and now they're getting rolled over again. I'm gonna go and do the following right here for let's see, that's 626. All right, here we go. Just gonna keep it small. Ah, they are not giving it to us. Okay. Yeah, I'll give it one more shot to come into the middle of the range. So where's the target on this? Yeah, we're about to get there too. Yeah, here we go. All right, we gotta cancel that and look for. Yeah, they're trapping both people, and it's just that's why that first half an hour is a good time for you to just kind of just read and watch. They give you the impression of it's working, then they fail it. And they're putting a captain setup short right here at 80.58. So the expectations price is below 50. That's a continuation pattern. So there's sellers. I mean, they may come back this time around and hit the 11,800. Yeah, George. I mean, that's you can. Uh, yeah, we can definitely clearly make that argument for sure. It's not sustainable. Like the longs are not sustaining themselves in any meaningful way, at least today. So continuation of the selling pressure. Yep, they're gonna sell this bad boy. So let them do it. It's 9 o'clock right now. Target number four in this sequence is 883 and a half. Target number five is 11,792. So we're heading toward those targets. ES build up a transitional zone short right here and is selling. We're looking for rallies as a shorting opportunity against what looks like a declining and a double top right here. And here you go. So now an area where things can get really interesting is here, 767. We start breaking below that, momentum will start picking up. We're heading toward target number five in this sequence. Yeah, I mean, it's strong selling pressure coming in. The 200 got short here around that 92, and we're all the way down to that 800 that we talked about. So the longs right now need to reverse this, or otherwise we're gonna have a tone to the day that is negative across the board. That potentially can get us all the way back down to the lows of Friday. Now, it would be interesting if we actually close at 828. 828 will be a captain setup long on the 100 NT wrinkle. And if that happens, I'm going to scalp it long to the upside. We got very close. 28, huh? Let's see. 28.75, so 29 basically. So I'll post that order and I'll buy if we get back down to the 11. So it needs to get up there to that 29. If it does, that'll be the captain setup long. And I'll buy the dips in that one as well. And the stop would be 783. And I'll see if I can get out before that. Right now, the market is in sync on the short side. But I mean, we're at a spot that the market is catching a bit of a bid. Thank you. Thank you. And that's that. And looking for pullbacks as a buying opportunity, but just be mindful. I mean, the market is not in sync yet, but they're doing exactly what they just did in and around the open. So I took advantage of it for a scalp right here. I think we made like 600 bucks or something on two contracts. Yeah, that's what we did on two contracts, 647. So we're up 1662 of these trades. That first trade happened Sunday around 10:25 p.m. Central, and the second one happened this morning at 7:54, and this one during the stream at 6:45. All right, let's just keep working. Hey Brian, how are you? Yeah, thank you, bud. Appreciate it. One trade at a time. One trade at a time. All right, so they're putting another captain setup along here on the 20. So where would we close? 865, 865, 867. So if we break that, we should be the 200 and the 100 will be in sync, and we'll get a little bit more aggressive on the long side. So right there will be channel number 2 in this sequence, right? We're coming up to it. Here it comes. Boom. All right. So what are we gonna do? We're gonna do one here, 50 and 30 right here. So they're putting captain setup short, so we should push lower here. Man, they're gonna put a switch trade right here. Wow. Yeah, that's gonna push lower here. There you go. Thank you. Bro, going break even. And let it roll. Let it roll. Let it roll. Let it roll, baby. Let it roll. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. And I'm looking for the 900, but actually I need to out. I'm good, baby. I'm good. Here we go. That's the way it's supposed to be done. That's the way it's supposed to be done. So on that decision, we made 1,500 bucks on 4 contracts, and we are up 31.99 for the day. And let's play the game. Let's play the game. I didn't see that, but that was a captain setup switch trade on the 100 NT Rinko, and that's usually a very strong catalyst for a move. So you're seeing them playing around with Globex, right? So now the market is disconnected between the 200 and the 100, and that will put me in a holding pattern. To Yes, Adam, that's just a beautiful, beautiful thing right there. That is the key. Just get into the habit of winning and walking away. That is a beautiful place to be. Just win and walk away. Win and walk away. Make that the habit. Winning is a habit. Yeah, go enjoy yourself. Do something fun. You're walking away a winner today. Okay, okay, okay. So they're holding it. They're holding it right here. That's a good thing to see. And what I'm going to be looking forward to seeing here is a disconnect of the transitional zone and a reconnect of it, and then that would be hmm. So we get the disconnect right here. We need to see it come back up to the 80 level. If they put a captain set up here,
Order filled. Stop filled.
I'm flattening up that trade. I am flattening up that trade because here they should have pushed it to 75, and they just looked too weak. So I got out of it quick. It still can work, but it's not showing a premium behavior right here. Okay. So they're playing the dance in and around Globex. So if we break 840, then the market is going to be disconnected again. Here we go. So now the market is disconnected. Two things need to happen. One of these things need to happen actually is a break above that 80 will get us back in sync on the long side, or a break all the way down to 814. 814 will lead us to a market that is uh, in sync on the short side. Anything in between, I am leaving alone because we're right smack into Globex, and that's a choppy price action. You're going to see a lot of choppiness here. No direction, just shooting above and below Globex and trying to build up stops. All right, so that gets us to where the 200 and the 100 in sync on the short side. Wow. You're seeing that in the lack of direction
Order
here is
pending.
just something else. There's 747, 57.
Order pending. Order pending. Order filled.
Yeah, that's nasty. That's nasty. That is nasty right there. Wow. They got me on that one. All right, let's keep working. So we took that rotation upward, the 200 and the 100 in sync on the upside, and let's see how um, if we can get involved in the next rotation here. I'm looking to go long in the in ES and NQ. So in essence, what they've done here is they came in to the bottom end of the channel and retested it. So now that is a very firm support level against glowbacks, and you're going to start getting a push toward that 967 level. If we get to 891, 891, we will get disconnected here between the 200 and the 100. All right. So two things need to happen. Either we break 928 for a long, or we come back to 840 and we'll check out if the market is ready for a push lower below 800. All right, so for the day we are basically up or down 100 bucks. We had a great day going, then we got rolled up in that one trade. Didn't even get the chance to actually measure, control it for a little bit less than a full stop, but I accepted the full stop to begin with, and that kind of took out the day. But we got a full day ahead of us, so we'll be just fine. Let's just keep working. All right. All right, let's see if we can get a pullback here. And if we do, I'm going to look for an entry point. Just going to keep it small for the most part. Yeah, I don't want to go against the captain setup though. They're putting the captain setup short right here.
Order filled.
All right, that would work. Let's see. That's fine. So we're looking at a break above 40, basically. That's what we're looking for. And we need to 29, which is basically 30.
Order pending. Order pending.
91. Wow.
Order filled. Order filled.
Oh, they're going to do me like that today. Okay. Wow. Okay, they're putting a captain setup short on the 100 NT Rinko, so I need to be actually out of this trade. Yeah, I got to be out of this
Target
trade.
filled.
I got to get out of this trade. All right, so what are we seeing here? We're seeing a behavior that is uh, it's just very pronounced stop runs in and around Globex. So I gotta pull back from this environment altogether because we're spending a lot of time in and around Globex, and they're doing these behaviors where uh, they're just rolling over the stops all the way to the bottom of it, and I'll bet you they'll run it back up a little bit here. So I'm gonna pull back away from this market and just wait. I want to see a break either below 7777 or a run up above 968, because that this way I'm not stuck again in this Globex meat grinder, and that's what we're seeing right now. All right, so they put that captain setup short and pushed it toward Globex to the tick. Ultimately, either the market has to go up to that 915 and will be in sync on the upside, or they go down to 841 and will be in sync on the short side. All right, they're coming up. They're coming up. I mean, that may be it for the day. That may be the trap in which they break a 50 and 60 and start really running up in a meaningful way for the rest of the day. Uh, 903. Okay. Market out of sync again. So we're waiting on it to break 40 again or pull back to 64. 64 is Globex. We'll give the market another shot on the short side if we get to that 64, then rally back up. I mean, ultimately, the shorts need to break that 800, but we may get an opportunity around 64. Yeah, look at that. All right, let's start. Let's start. You got to break that. You got to break that Globex.
Order pending.
And then I'm gonna right when it closes. Here we go. It's just gonna give it to me here, and I'm gonna add to it.
Order filled.
Yeah, I'm gonna add to it right here.
Order pending.
I'm gonna add to it right here.
Order pending.
I'm gonna add to it right here.
Order pending.
And this way is the stop. Okay. And we're looking for 66. We're looking at in the 30s basically.
Order pending. Order filled. Order filled. Order
Let's
canceled.
see if we can get a bigger one though. We need to get to that 30 level. Let's not get greedy either here.
Order pending. Order filled. Target filled. Target filled. Order canceled.
I'm getting out of this thing. The market is disconnected and we're again at below backs, but we made a little bit of money off that first rotation. And we'll wait for another trade. Either the market will break at 840, or it's going to rally all the way back up to that 915. So the market needs to be back in sync again. All right, let's see how far we can go with this bad boy. We should be doing okay with this trade into that 50, then 50 to 60 and higher. I am going break even, and I'm putting a target at target number 4, and let's see if we can get there.
Order pending. Order filled.
Okay, we took one more contract off, and the rest I'm not gonna take early. I'll just keep rising my trailing stop till we get to either the target or I get stopped out. But I should be hitting 60 soon, and we could go from there. So what happened here is the market flipped one more time, gave us an transitional zone on the 200 NT Rinko, protecting this rising channel, and took it right at it, which is really very, very aggressive. I typically would wait for that pullback, but I took it here and I added to it here. Then I added to it once we had a new transitional zone, and it just sold off into that run up and left one as an outlier event just in case we end up running up in a big way. Now they're putting a captain set up short on the 20 NT Rinko, so that's going to be a bit of a problem. And if they put a switch trade, I would get out of it right here. So they really need to kind of flip it and go higher right now, or otherwise I'm out. Here we go, 50. Okay, so I go back to my thing. That's good. That's exactly what I want to see happen. That's exactly what I want to see happen. 60. Where's the 60? Let me see here. From 40, 65. So 65 is where we need to be. And then I'm going to get a little bit tighter. Ah, all right, I'm just gonna put it right here, which is a little bit conservative, but it's just either gonna run right now or it's gonna back and fill, and I don't want to be in it at that point. Looks like that's what's gonna happen.
Stop
All right,
filled.
that's okay. That's okay. We give it a bit of room. All right, let's just keep working. It's 10 o'clock. Hey, Raj, how are you? Good morning. So we're working back on our positive day. We're up 2100. And let's just see if we can put on a couple of good trades and call it a day. That little, very tight consolidation, we got caught in a couple of stop runs. So ultimately we recovered from it by just staying on track. Just keep on trading. How's everybody doing so far? All right, so we're getting a bit of disconnect right now, and ultimately, if we break 916, the market is gonna be disconnected. Yeah, that one trade was definitely a rough one, Adam. I'm telling you, if trading around Globex, that's the kind of personality you get. That's just the personality you'll get around Globex. So if you ever find yourself trading around Globex, kind of back off. They tend to do these kind of, you know, drop it, then run it back up all the way in a very strong way, then they flip it and run it down again. It's just they consolidate and oscillate around Globex, just trying to build up stops. Yeah, trust me, I wasn't too happy with those two trades that I took, but well, I mean, they're solid decisions. It's just the market decided to stop them. I mean, it's pretty much about the same decision that made me some money right here. So it just they don't work out all the time. As long as you keep on trading and you keep protecting your edge, it's just gonna all work out. Always does. All right, so the market is disconnecting right now. 200 and 100 out of sync. We're still trading within rotation channel number two. So I mean, if the market gets back to Globex, which is 65, then we may end up in another rotation lower or an attempt at it. But guess what? We'll be at Globex. So I may need to just refine my entry and don't take that first run up. Just look for a transitional zone. So that's the adjustment that I'm going to be doing if we get back down to 65. Now, if we go back up to that high around that 55 or so, then I'm going to look at pullbacks as a buying opportunity. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I mean, it's early. We just started the week right now, so it's not the best. The best trading days are Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, typically. Monday you spend learning the market or the personality. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, you're executing and executing. Thursday by Thursday, you're a little bit kind of tired, so you're pretty much looking to unwind and just have a couple of good trades in the morning and just call it a day. Yeah, yeah. That's what I gotta do. It just if if the market is in and around glowbacks, I just have to treat the market a little bit different than if it was expanding away from it, and it's already expanded away from it. They're coming at it again here, so we may end up at that 55 level. Hmm. Yeah, here we go. So they are. So let's see if we can get a new transitional zone built up, and we'll take the trade there. So they have not even disconnected the transitional zone here. So that tells me that the market is strong. We may see higher prices here. Target number 3 is 967. All right, target number 4 in this sequence is 12,006. Target number 5 is 12,032. If we're so inclined to go up there, but for me to be involved right now, I need to be seeing a bit of disconnect of the transitional zone and a reconnect of it. So for the day, we're we're up 2100, but that's between Sunday and today we're up 1317. A little bit off from the high of the equity that we had. But that's the rest of the month. We just about every single day we were up a little bit of money or a lot of money. Some days we were down and we just kind of recovered and just kept working through it. But the majority of the days we kind of started positive and just continued to be positive. But that's how the month is looking like so far. We are about 143, 140, and today is periods right here. You go, 1317. Well, actually 2100. So let's just keep working. I mean, we were up as much as 3 grand, but give some of it back. Here we go. Let's see what we're gonna do here. It's 1018. We want to see a new transitional zone, or otherwise we're not interested. Um, the market needs to protect 28. ES, hit target number three, almost hit target number four in that sequence, and now it's pulling back. So when we look at NQ from the bigger perspective of today's price action, that 840 level is where the channel is getting protected. So the market needs to continue to protect that price structure. So now we have a disconnect between the 200 and the 100, and we're just going to continue to just basically observe that. We're not going to get engaged in this market right here. The market needs to get back up to that 60 level in order for us to start playing again with the long side. If the market comes back down and close at 89, let's call it 90, then that would be the market getting in sync on the short side, but you are in a channel on the upside. So any shorts need to be fairly careful with it and undersize it, because you have a cloud that is positive, you have a channel that is positive, and the market exhibited a behavior of reversing these one candle reversals. And that's what we got caught in the first time here. Look at that right here. So that was the first little bit of a trap that they set, and then they did another trap later on. So if we close at 90, 890, I'll look for a short, but I'm gonna downsize my size here to one and two contracts, and I'm gonna not look for that first reaction. I'm gonna look for a transitional zone, a fresh one. So the question is, what's going on, and what we're going to be doing about, what are we doing about it? I mean, the market is disconnecting, so really nothing for me to do, um, unless we break 66. Then we'll look for pullbacks as a buying opportunity. But the market seems to be very choppy in and around these levels, and we're not too far away from Globex either. So if the market breaks the 66, then we could look at pullback in a fresh transitional zones as a buying opportunity, and or we can, if the market breaks below 89, then that will set up the stage for a potential short toward the 853 and a break below the 800. So whatever the market does, we pretty much have a plan. It's always very interesting to me, the behavior around Globex versus the behavior when we are way above it and way below it. Globex just has such a distinct personality when the price is in and around it. Yeah, they're trying to walk it up to that 65. You could tell that that's what they're trying to do. All right. So what are we going to be doing here now? We're looking for a pullback. I mean, a 54 pullback would be great. You also can have 40, 40. Yeah, so they're putting a captain setup short. So we're going to see a bit of a pressure coming in here. Okay, that's good. That's good. We need to see a new transitional zone. That's just the bottom line. 8:82. So we got a half an hour uh, to 11 o'clock central. If we see a transitional zone, we'll get involved, and if we don't, just gonna leave it alone. Yeah, so they built the new transitional zone here, but they built it, without a retracement. Uh, so they got it in here at 75. It's 85. We'll see if they pull it back and give us a higher low. That would be an entry point for higher prices and a continuation. We're about to break the 12,000. That's what the market is gearing toward. Ah, damn, damn, damn. Look at that. Boom. So that break above 65 was critical, came in, tested and retested, and moved it toward target. We're getting closer to target number four, which is 12,015. And target number five is 12,041. You know, I have the environment, I have the behavior, I need the signal. I mean, they give us a signal. If I'm aggressive here, I would have taken the spear trade, but this is not a market that you typically want to get aggressive with on a spear trade. It's just not a momentum market today, at least. So, big picture stuff is we have established channel number two in this sequence, came in and tested it once, trapped a bunch of people in, came in, faded some of the longs, and protected the longs against that channel. And now we're about to hit the highs of the Globex. And if we break that 58, then you have a breakout pattern that can take us to target number two on a swing trade basis to 265. And that would be 12,265. Then you have targets higher from there. Yeah, that's a good one right here. That's a switch trade right there for a run up. All right, guys. So we're kind of coming into the end of our morning session here. So that's basically what we're seeing here. We're seeing a pattern of protection coming into channel number two. We were doing fairly good in in the morning. Took a couple of stops, recovered from them, and ended up the day positive. So if hopefully you guys did well, and if this stream has helped you in any way, and you want to see it continue, help the channel out by subscribing, commenting, liking, and sharing. This way we can, basically keep it going and spread the word and have it have more exposure. So definitely appreciate you guys doing that for us here. And hopefully everybody done well. Also, you can join us in the regular room. So we have the stream and we have our own trading chat room. And in that chat room, we typically either stay longer trading or we open it up for the later session. And we have content that is not available on the stream. Yeah, no problem, Chuck. You're welcome. You are welcome. Welcome to the family. And join us as often as you can. Yeah, we're on social media all over the place. You got from TikTok all the way to Instagram to Twitter to Trade Arcade. And that's just something, uh, take a look at Trade Arcade too. They have a lot of great, it's a great website actually. So you could follow traders that doing live streams, including myself there. So overall, I mean, that's what we're doing. We're consistent. I mean, the principle in which I trade is is fairly simple in a way. I'm always looking for the 200 and the 100 in T-Rinko to get in sync. Then I'm looking for uh, quality signals. Some of them are swing trades. Some of them are um, basically income generating trade. There are more of the scalping type. So it's a combination of both, and we're just constantly putting on. It's a numbers game at that point, right? So for the month, I've showed it a little bit earlier anyway, but just in case you have not seen it, today between Sunday and today we're about 2100, and this is basically all the days that we've traded this month, either up a little bit of money or up a lot of money. That doesn't mean we started like that. Some days we started in the negative, but we continued to trade. And some days we just started positive and continued positive. Like today, we started positive, took a little bit of heat on a couple of trades, recovered from them, and ended up positive. So the key here is consistency in trading requires emotional consistency. Think about that for a second. When you come and you are in front of the market, make sure that you're emotionally consistent, that you have set up your day and set up your intention in a way that you are hyper focused on what's important, and your weekend does not have an impact on your decision making process, and whatever's going on else in your life is not really affecting your decision making process. You just almost like a machine. You're just going in there and executing the same idea over and over and over because the idea is working, and you're coming to the market with a stable mind and hyper focus and emotionally stable at equilibrium, basically. So consistency in trading requires emotional consistency. Yeah, I scalp a lot, Chuck. I scalp a lot, and but also there are tools that will tell me, hey, listen, this is a good scalp that's going to turn itself into um, a swing trade. So stick around a little bit longer. Okay, and I'll give you an example of something that happened today that is that. I mean, you could call it a scalp, but so it got in here, added there, and start selling into a rotation, and that's not necessarily just a scalp because my average was about 905, and my average out is in the 940s. So it's some of these tools will help me personally, and that's why I came up with them. Is it helped me to ask a question, and the question is, should I stay longer, and why should I stay longer, and what's my probability of success if I stay longer? Yeah, Adam, I was just going through some of my trades earlier mentally here. So you're getting that type of trades, and whenever you, and this is something I found over time. In order for you to stay in trades longer, you have to look at bigger, in my case, wrinkle bars. Like if I'm looking at a 6 NT wrinkle bar, it just simply, you will not be able to stay longer in a trade because you're focused on something that has so much noise, and then you find yourself getting in and out quickly. So if you look at a daily chart, or like for example, you're looking at a 200 NT wrinkle chart, and you're saying to yourself the following: I'm developing a trading system in which whenever the market reverses, right, and the 200 and the 100 NT wrinkle are long, I get involved here at 916, and I'm looking at multiple closures in that direction. And every closure is about 30 points. So that's 30, 60, here you go, 90 points. So if you're committing to that and taking the dips in it, you find yourself sticking in a trade a lot longer because you have designed it in a way that you're looking at a bigger, I wouldn't call them time frames because there's no time involved, but you're looking at a wrinkle bar, and you're saying, okay, well, I'm trailing, and I'm looking for 30 points at a time, 30 points at a time. That would keep you in the trade longer. That's what keeps me in the trade longer. My biggest amount of money that I ever made was not to get in and get out for 5 points. Those 5 points are really good because they build up your day and build up your account. But then you move from that stage into the stage of, all right, I built up a nice account. It's time now for me to uh, look for bigger targets, and this process will definitely is what I use to do that. So if you're not a subscriber, jump on YouTube and click that button, and become part of the family. And every day, for the most part, we are doing live streams, and also you could come in there and join us in the regular trading room. I put the link on top. and we could do this together. All right, so the market now is disconnected between the 200 and the 100, and we're looking for two things to happen. Either the market will close at 9:15, then the market is in sync on the short side and retesting the middle of the range and the bottom end of the range, or they will flip this one more time, and which is above 12,000, and run it back up. Look what they've done. I mean, they did that multiple times today. Uh, that's a switch trade. That's another switch trade, and they just kind of basically give the impression of a reversal, then reverse it back up. Do we watch every day? I'm not understanding that comment. Do we watch, or do we stream every day? I mean, we stream just about every day. Hey Chuck, do you have NT Rinko? Because that's what I use here. So if you want to set up your charts, um, you would need that file NT7 NT Rinko. So you could send me an email to support. I'm putting it here, and I'll send you that file. It looks like that's what they want to do. They want to go back up to that 12,003. If they do that, then the market is back in sync. Yeah, yeah, Chuck. Just send me an email. I'll send you the files the captain set up, um, video and class that we do, and that will help you understand some of the stuff that we're looking at today. And welcome to the room. Welcome to the stream. So here we go. So they hit the 0305 and they're pulling back. What are we looking for here? We're looking for the market to disconnect and reconnect. And once it reconnects on the transitional zone, then we can start looking for entry points. We are 1 minute away from the top of the hour, and we are up 2100 for the day, 2114.68 after commission. And how the day kind of progressed, just to, as we like to spell it out. I like to spell it out. Let me see here. It's 21. Yeah, they look at that. I mean, if they put a captain setup short right here, which is at close of 66, yeah, that would be an issue. All right, so that's how my day is. It's 11 o'clock. I trade the crypto a lot. Let me just finish talking about this for a second, then I'll go into crypto because crypto is my baby. I made some good money on crypto last year, and I don't hold them either. I just trade them. Uh, the way So this is how my day went. We're up as much as where is this? Yeah, no, here we go. All right, so that's a Sunday trade. Then Monday morning today, I had one more trade, so we're up 1,000. Then we had in the room a couple of trades that were up 3,200. Then we got whipped up on that little stop run for a negative, came back, took another one for a negative. Now, then I had two trades in a row that were solid, long, one short, one long, and now we find ourselves up to 2,100. So that's how the progression of my day kind of went, and really nothing heavy. Like, okay, I'm keeping it 2, 4. I mean, the maximum was that last trade for 9 contracts. You know, so I'm asking myself about volatility questions like what's going on here, and what's going on is just whenever you're trading around glowbacks, you see a lot of these type of behaviors where they drop the bid or they lift the offer, and you're getting parabolic moves that are designed to trap. So we got caught in a couple of them, but ultimately, just continuing to trade got us to where we are positive for the day. So that's my comments on the day. Ain't nothing wrong with hold on. That was it right there. Yanis, that's your baby right here. That is the trade right there. That is a trade right there. That is everything is in sync, and it is just doesn't get any more perfect than that, Yanis. I don't know if you took it or not. So we're getting continuation longs. We're getting that was a good one. All right, so for cryptocurrency. Let's just take a look on a chart. Where is the Bitcoin? Right. So when it comes to Bitcoins, Ethereum, and the big names in the crypto world, um, to me, I'm always buyers when everybody is selling. So I literally will wait for fear and I'll start buying. And I'm looking for it's harder in Bitcoin, but you're looking at, for example, like a Doge or SHIB or some lower tier ones. Whenever that market goes down 20% in a 24-hour time frame, that is a trigger for me to start buying every 5% lower. And so if I have 10 grand that I'm trying to allocate in SHIB or Doge or something like that, I'm going in there, you know, starting at negative 20% for the day, and every 5% lower, I'm adding to it. So that scenario presented itself to an extent uh, in Ethereum and in um, Bitcoin. So that behavior that we had on 511 is an exhaustive behavior. Because you went from 3,000 to, and that's Ethereum. But let's, it's the same thing for all of them. Okay, yeah, you went from 40,000 to 30,000. Then you flushed it all the way down to 25. So all that one candle right there is a buying opportunity. Here, I would look for down days to actually get involved. And I wouldn't buy on up days. So days like this where it looks like it's going to continue, and I'll buy into those, and I'll buy in small chunks, not big chunks. So where is the target? I mean, you really need to see a break above 32, and then the market coming back up to that 35. Look for down days as a buying opportunity. Bitcoin is not going to go to zero. Ethereum is not going to go to zero. They're a staple in the cryptocurrency world. And whenever you see a lot of the pundits talking about the demise of cryptocurrency, and it's a fad and it's a scam and it's all that nonsense, you know that you're closer to the big buy versus the sell. And that's that. That's it for me, guys. 11:07. Market is moving higher. Um, uh, NQ is just showing strength all the way to target number one. Target number two in this swing trade basis is 12,265. That's going to take some work to get there, but that's ultimately the goal of this structure that we are in. Good day for us. Um, and we'll do this again tomorrow. See you guys tomorrow. If you have any questions, you know how to get to me. Have a blessed day.